Alright guys, it is your girl Makeup and Young here. I just got home from a long day of shopping and doing inventory for all my supplies, but I told myself that I was going to make a video tonight, so here I am. So I just got out of the shower. I am in my pajamas, which is my Chewbacca onesie. I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I decided that I'm going to film on my bed because I already have my Netflix ready and my really fuzzy blankets and my porg ready to sleep with me and watch some Netflix. So before I do that, I decided to make a video for you guys. In this video, I'm going to be going through the things I'm going to be adding into my business only makeup supplies, as well as going over some basics, what you should have in your basic makeup supplies. So if you didn't already know, I use some of the makeup that I put on clients. Of course, it's always clean. I have to like really make sure that it's always sanitized. But the problem with that is sometimes when I have to overstress about sanitation a lot of the times, but it's finally getting to a point where I can have a palette that is just for clients and then a palette that's for me. So that's what I've been doing lately. I just went and got a lot of supplies for the next 7 shows I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be getting a lot more. So I decided that I'm going to be showing you those today. So I have 2 big bags. One big bag is my kit. I'm going to be getting a new makeup case because the one I have right now is just kind of janky. It's broken. It does not fit all of the makeup I need. It fits maybe this much, and I need like 5 times this. And then I have just the things that I bought today for the shows. So I'll be showing you the things that I bought for the shows, and then some things that I'm going to be putting in my makeup kit and giving you guys some ideas of what you might want in your makeup kit, whether you do your own makeup or whether you have clients and you're a freelancer like me. So let's start with what I'm going to be putting in my makeup kit. So first of all, this is a cute bag. I might just bring this bag with me no matter what. I have a huge cheetah print bag, which I will try and find a picture of it to put above. If not, you guys have seen it on my Instagram 1,000 times. This is my huge cheetah print bag, and I want to integrate that into more special effects and hair supplies, and then have a rolling carrier for all of my makeup that is for my clients. So that is the big plan, and on top of that I want to have like little organizers within it and stuff like that. But until then, we're going to be working with my smaller box, and so when I have my smaller box, I need to have some things to make sure that it's clean. So the first thing I have are just these little towels. Now this came in a pack of 4. I got them from the dollar store. This side is to clean my makeup brushes, and then this side is to dry them off. So I have this cute little pattern side. It has white on it, so I'm just going to let my makeup brushes dry for a second in between clients, and then this is going to be the side that's going to wash them and stuff, and then I'll be able to wash these myself when I get home. I also have this pad. Now I have 4 of these because you can never have too much. This is to put on my table. So I don't really want to put makeup directly onto a table or surface that I'm working on. I always want to make sure that I have something over it to make sure that it's clean. But I don't like the idea of putting a towel down. I just think it doesn't look as nice. So I got some of these little pads. They're actually like eating pads, but I like them because they're really soft and almost squishy and sticky, and so they're not gonna let anything slip off of my table. The next thing I have are just super simple. I always like to have at least like 10 pairs of like tubes and extra spray bottles and extra maybe like holders and stuff to hold extra product in, and to hold product in that I'm not going to be using, or if I can't bring a lot to a show but I still need some. I just like having these in handy. They're really handy. These ones are for, I think I was going to use this for something, but I forget what it was. I think I was going to use them for a hair product. The next thing I have, let me see, is my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Makeup Brush Cleaner. So this is what I'm using when I go to shows. So I have 2 sets of brush cleaners. I have one that I use on my personal brushes, and I use when I get home from a show. It is a gel cleanser, kind of like dishwash almost looking, and I'll put that in with water and I'll thoroughly rinse my brushes. But while I'm at a show, to make sure that my brushes are still sanitized, I like to use a spray, and I also bought one today, just to make sure that I'm, you know, putting it down, putting it on the rag, and then it has a 2-second minute where it just gets to breathe and be new again before I use it on a new client, so I'm not mixing makeup and missing faces and stuff like that. The next thing I have is my little, I like to call this my quickie bin. So this is my little bag of makeup that I use for like quick stuff. So I have all of my sponges. These aren't my best sponges. I want to get more, but honestly, they do the job really, really well. I got these. These are from Paris Girl, and I don't remember where I got them. I wish I had a link, because they actually work really, really, really well, and they never seem to like get scrapey or fall apart really easily. So these are my go-tos. And then I have multiple applications, but my favorite type of little application brushes are the ones like these, where they're kind of pointed, they're not super round. I like these ones because if you need to apply things like eyeliner and stuff like that, but you're not allowed to use brushes, or for whatever reason you can't use a brush, these are amazing. The last little things I have in here are floss, because I always find that if you're not allowed to use brushes, the best way to do eyeliner is with floss. And then I have my little things of tissue paper, which I just like to have for whatever reason. If I need to set a brush down, if I need to wipe something, whatever reason, I always have these. As well as I also have hand wipes, like sanitary wipes, almost like baby wipe-ish stuff, just to make sure that like everything is clean. I'm a very clean freak when it comes to this type of stuff. The next thing I have is something that I am really, really, really excited for. I have my first pair of client brushes. So these are going to be the professional brushes that I'm going to be using on my clients now. Me and my friend kind of went half and half with them, and then they made sure that I got the deluxe packages, which I did not ask for. But it comes in this case, and I'm going to be keeping it in the box. Oh, I held her upside down. I'm so sorry. So I like this a lot because, number one, each one comes in plastic, whereas it won't get damaged and it won't spread everywhere. So I really, really like that. And then it is just, I mean, it has every single brush I could possibly want. It also has this little lid to make sure that the brush tops are never touching the outside world, which I really, really appreciate. And it goes everywhere from eyebrow brushes. It has multiple types of eyeliner brushes, eyebrow. I mean, it has everything. It has everything, and I am so, so, so grateful for this. Like, shout out to my amazing best friend right now. I have the best friends in the world. I love this kit so much, and it's big enough that I can use every single bit of it, and I'm gonna love it, and I definitely need it. But it's also really, really compact, and then I also like the fact that it comes in a box, because it looks nice. It looks nice, it feels nice, and I'm so grateful to have them. So the next few things are things that I actually just bought, but I'm going to be adding to my package of just only customer-based products. So the first thing is just Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner. I've been using this stuff for years. This is one of my favorite basic black eyeliners because it works really well, and it is 99 cents. The next thing I have is my LA Girl products. So I don't like to spend a ton of money on mascaras, because I find like mascaras, they don't do amazing jobs, as in where you'd have to pay a lot of money for things like eyeshadow that sometimes have a different effect if you pay more money. I really haven't found that with mascara, so I just stick to my blacks and my browns, and I have these two from Color Girl, which LA Colors, which I know work really, really well. This one is the Big Lash Mascara, and this one is the Dramatic Lash Mascara. They've both worked really well for me before, and they're small, which I also like because they're compact, and it's something that I can, if I really need to, just throw away after. And then I also have applicators that come with them. They're like mascara applicators where it's like you use once and then you throw it away. Next thing I have my two things of liquid eyeliner. When I'm working shows, the first thing I get asked is liquid eyeliner. Do I have any? I do. The ones I like to use are from Wet n Wild. I also like a few of the pens from NYX, but my biggest go-tos are the Jordan and the LA Colors liquid eyeliners because I just feel like they are super, super, super Nora Black. The next thing I have are my gel fibers, and I talked about this morning. I had a pair, so I picked up a few of these for my clients. These are the Brow Building Fiber Gels, and it's basically just like a brow wand. It works really, really well. The applicator is super tiny, and the fiber is not, it's not something that you can see. It's rarely, it builds your brow, but it doesn't leave like that distinct, that is a fiber kind of look. So I really, really like that. The next thing I have is just a ColorMates Auto Eyeliner. This one is in brown because I couldn't find a brown in the Wet n Wild. This one is actually a push-up one, which I also appreciate because I don't always have a sharpener, so this is kind of my backup. So now let's get into everything I bought today for the show. So I have about 7 shows coming up, so I'm kind of integrating everything I'm making from freelance into my budget for these shows. So these are just for the 2 shows that I have coming up closest to me, which are Raw Artist and one of the fashion shows that I'm doing. So the first thing I have in here is from Marshall's. It is a $4 brush cleaner from Danielle's, and it cleans not only brushes but also sponges, which is really big for me because I use sponges, and there are some times where I've had to use like nice sponges before, so I like to always make sure that the brush set I'm using can clean sponges fully. So I have a big one of these just in case this one runs out. Next thing I have is makeup wipes. I know a lot of the time people don't really think to have makeup wipes when they're doing fashion shows, but a lot of times something happens, a model messes up, you have to use a makeup wipe to just fix it. And that's why I have them. This is a 30 pack from Allure. I like Allure a lot because they have a lot of quick, easy products that are like from the drugstore. The next thing I have is actually rhinestones for a project that I'm doing in Raw Artist fashion. This is not a necessity at all. I just have it because I need it for a look. The next 2 things though that I have are what I consider to be a necessity. So I have my Revolution, Makeup Revolution Cover and Conceal palette in light. So it has all of the light shades that I do not have right now. I find it really, really important to have concealer palettes on you at all times as a makeup artist because worst comes to worst, they can work as foundation, they can work as like God knows what. So I have this one, and then I also have the corrector palette, which has a few darker shades as well, and I also have the corrector shades, which are really, really big for me because there have been a heck of a lot of times that I need to do some correcting on people's faces, and I like having a name brand behind what I'm giving to my clients. Next thing I have is Aloe Vera Primer Spray from She. This is just a primer that you can use on clients where you need to get them done under like 15, 20, 10 minutes, but you need to prime their face. I like using primer sprays, and I also use rose water. When I do not have to do a client super, super quickly, I use wet primer, so this is what I consider wet primer. I have a few of these. A lot of the ones I have are from Wet n Wild, but this one is not. This one is from She Again, and it is a full phrase hydrating primer, and I have not used this before, but I think I'm gonna like it because it looks like it has that look that it's gonna work really well, so hopefully it does. The next thing I have is also for the show that I am going to be doing with Raw Artist. It is just super white glitter liner. This is from Cartier, and it's super like, that's like not like, that's the actual product. It is super thick. It is white glitter liner, which I was originally looking for white matte liner, but the only one I could find is from NYX, and it is $10, and I did not want to pay that much, so I found this one for $2.99 at Guess. No, where did I get it? Q? I'm unsure. The last thing I have is actually something I was not thinking I was going to get, but it's the Maybelline Gigi Hadid, what is this? This is the tinted primer, but I'm also probably going to use it as a concealer / foundation because it is really pigmented. I saw this and I was like, you know what, I do not have that in my shade range, so I have a bunch of foundations that don't match my skin, and they're all in like a little bin. And I kind of like to stock up on foundations that are shades that I don't already have, so that I have everyone's skin tone when I go to work, fashion show, theater show, insert all the shows that I'll be working, just to make sure that like I'm not leaving anyone out. So I found this, and it was at Burlington for $2, and I love the Gigi Hadid skincare. Her eyeshadows were nice, but they're just not, they didn't suit me. They're really calm, and I'm not a calm person, but I like her skincare, and I really like her highlighters. I'm really upset that I didn't have any other highlighters, but at least I got this, so I'm really happy. I'm going to be adding all of this stuff into my kit right now, and then I'm going to be laying down and finally taking a rest because I have to work tomorrow all day. If you like this video, if you want to see me expand my kit, or if you have questions about your kit, please leave a comment down below and I would love to get back to you. Remember to like and subscribe to this video if you like me and my makeup caked face, or if you just like Porgs and Chewbacca, if you just like fairy lights and my bed, you know? Like, comment, and subscribe on all my videos, and I will see you later.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past.